following is a presentation of Spring Hill Sports Live. It's time for Spring Hill High School Athletics. On your home for the Broncos, Spring Hill Sports Live. Spring Hill Sports Live is presented by Strode Orthodontics, creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Learn more at StrodeOrtho.com. Also by Cedar Lake Village, Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning, Elliott Group, Hers Incorporated, J&T Auto Service, Libby Clark at Allstate Insurance, Perfect Detail Salon, Price Chopper, Farm Bureau Financial Services Michael Grant Agency, Scott Electric, Prime Accounting Solutions, Spring Hill Chamber of Commerce, Seats Incorporated, Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center, Spring Hill Recreation Commission, Tony Sidoti Agency Farmers Insurance, Spring Hill Fitness, and Whitesell Optometry Vision Source.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's time for the Broncos, right here on your home for Spring Hill High School Athletics, Spring Hill Sports Live.
Good evening, welcome inside Spring Hill High School. The postseason begins tonight for the Spring Hill Broncos as they host the St. Thomas Aquinas Saints in the semifinals of this 5A Sub-State Basketball Tournament. So welcome to it. The winner will advance on to Saturday's Sub-State Championship game, which is where the Spring Hill girls find themselves after an exciting victory last night down in Pittsburgh. The Spring Hill girls with a 51-45 victory in overtime over the Purple Dragons of Pittsburgh High last night. So the girls, Clay Freegon and his group, will be playing Friday night, 7 o'clock at St. Thomas Aquinas. And we will have that game for you right here on Spring Hill Sports Live. So looking forward to the opportunity to go and broadcast that Sub-State Championship game coming up on Friday. So once again, big congratulations to Clay Freegon and the girls high school basketball team for Spring Hill High as they picked up the big overtime victory on the road in Pittsburgh last night. An exciting one it was, and we're hoping for another exciting one coming up on Friday night. It's a 7 o'clock tip for the girls, so mark it on your calendar. You can tune in right here on Spring Hill Sports Live to watch that one. We're hoping we'll have another Sub-State Championship game to broadcast for you on Saturday as well. But first things first, that means the Broncos have to try to get past the St. Thomas Aquinas Saints, who are coming off of a victory in their final regular season game, a 1-point win over Blue Valley on the road, 68-67. That game was back on February 20th. They have now gone 11 days since playing, and the Saints come into play tonight at 7-13 on the year. For the Broncos, they are now 8-9 this season. They were able to snap out of their 4-game losing streak by arguably playing their best game of the year last Friday in their regular season finale, a 70-42 win at Ottawa. That losing streak now is gone, and thanks to a season-high 12 three-pointers made by the Broncos, and they dished out a season-high 20 assists as well. So a really good ball game down in Ottawa. We'll see if they can keep the good times rolling here tonight as they take on the St. Thomas Aquinas Saints, where they trip to the Sub-State Championship game on the line. More come here on the Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning pregame show. We'll take a look at the matchup. Get your starters, and we'll get this one all started here in about 15 minutes. You're watching Spring Hill High School Basketball presented by Strode Orthodontics on Spring Hill Sports Live, and this is the Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning pregame show. More right after this.
See all they have. Are you looking for a trusted heating or air conditioning contractor in the Spring Hill area? Look no further than Comfort Designs. Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated for more than 20 years. Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs with 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill. Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400, or visit StrodeOrtho.com.
For over 80 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services agents have built relationships with you, one conversation at a time. And we're as committed as ever to providing you with that level of service. As part of your community, we're here for you, answering insurance questions and helping make sure your financial goals are on track.
Contact Farm Bureau Financial Agent Michael Grand anytime or learn more at michaelgrand.com.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Welcome back to the Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning pregame show. Locally owned and operated for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs is Spring Hill's Heating and Air Conditioning company. Learn more at comfortdesigns.net or call 913-592-4453. Playoff basketball tonight in Spring Hill. St. Thomas Aquinas in town for this sub-state semifinal matchup. A look at the matchup now brought to you by the Spring Hill Recreation Commission. The Saints 7-13 on the year. They're led by an impressive underclassman, Will Roast. He is their top scorer on this team, a guy that can put it in the hole in many different ways. He can shoot it from the outside. He's able to get to the rim. He's got good size at 6'4", so a very talented sophomore in Will Roast, and he is supplemented as well by Tank Young, the 5'9" senior, known for a lot of the things he does on the football field, but Tank, pretty darn good basketball player as well. A guy that uses his athleticism to get to the rim. A great athlete, a slasher, and a really good defender. So he will cause some havoc for the Broncos tonight with their guards out front. Cooper Jones, Jamin Beck, Ryan Weber. Those guys will be in for a handful with Young tonight, as he is a guy that is very talented on the defensive end of the floor, something the Saints are hoping to bring to the table as a team. They will look to try and keep the Broncos down, who average 54 points per game. The Saints average 56.5 points per game, and they're coming off of a 68-67 victory. They are without one of their other top scoring threats, Will Gavin, who is injured, so they will not have him in this ball game. And we'll see if the Broncos have, and they will, I guess they will have, we'll see how much with Evan Letillier, who did not play in their regular season finale against Ottawa. He looks ready to go tonight, so that will be a nice welcome back for the Broncos, who put together arguably their best game of the year in that victory over Ottawa. It was another great night from Cooper Jones, who has now scored 20-plus in 6 straight games for the Broncos, averaging 23.8 points per game over that 6-game stretch, and he's knocked down multiple threes in 5 of the last 6 games now for the Broncos. Comes into this one averaging 19.5 points per game. The Broncos, we continue to talk about the starts. They got up to a good one finally. Led it first time at halftime in 10 games, but they have not won a home game now since January 21st. It's been over a month since the Broncos won a ball game here on their home floor. They have lost 6 in a row here in Spring Hill. They've been great on the road during that stretch, 4-0 on the road during this current stretch since January 21st. Their last home victory, that came over Mill Valley. So they're hoping that that win on the road over Ottawa, it snapped a 4-game losing streak, which were all 4 home games. I hope that win, even though it was not a home win, let's hope that got these guys back in their rhythm here as they come back home for the biggest game of the year, obviously now, as it is win or go home time for both these teams here in the postseason. That look at the matchup brought to you by Spring Hill Recreation Commission. The Spring Hill Rec Commission offers a wide range of activities for kids and adults. To see everything they offer, visit them online at springhillrec.org or call 913-592-2214. We'll take a look at a few keys to the game for the Broncos when we come back here on the Comfort Designs pregame show. Broncos and Saints semifinals of the 5A Sub-State coming up here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Elliott Group is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and USD 230. At Elliott Group, we work, live, and shop in your local communities. Serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years, Elliott Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Spring Hill, call 913-592-5552 or visit ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
When a team comes together, they deliver victory. When the team at Gambino's in Spring Hill comes together, they deliver delicious pizzas and so much more. Family owned and operated, Gambino's has all the ingredients of a great team, including, well, their ingredients. The freshest, perfectly prepared pizzas, sandwiches, pastas, salads, appetizers, and more. To feed your home team, call Gambino's at 913-686-4424 or visit Gambino'sPizza.com. Delivering the winning taste to Spring Hill. Gambino's. You're going to love it. Prime Accounting Solutions in Spring Hill is here to help you and your business grow. From accounting services to tax planning, Prime Accounting is here to help you meet your goals and achieve your dreams. The accountants at Prime Accounting Solutions stay up to date on the latest news and information, ensuring the best options, services, and returns for you. Give Prime Accounting Solutions a call at 913-592-2050. Visit them at 408 North Webster in Spring Hill or go online to primeaccounting.net.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is your local Bobcat mower dealer. Bobcat mowers combine heavy gauge steel with advanced engineering to give you the best cut every time. Simple controls and design make maintenance and service quick and easy. And when you get your Bobcat at Hers, they can complete all service and repairs covered by your warranty. Bobcat mowers are affordable, giving you a commercial grade machine at a residential price. To learn more,
come and visit us at hersinc.net. Call Hers at
913-247-3530.
Welcome back inside the Comfort Designs pregame show from Spring Hill High School tonight, getting set for the postseason to begin here this evening. It started last night for the Spring Hill girls, a 51-45 overtime win at Pittsburgh. So the Spring Hill girls have advanced on to the Sub-State Championship game. That will be Friday night at St. Thomas Aquinas, who defeated Blue Valley Southwest 64-19 in their semifinal. So the Saints and the Saints and the Broncos will be on the girls' championship game coming up Friday here on Spring Hill Sports Live. It's Saints and Broncos in the semifinals on the boys' side tonight, and a chance to look at our keys to the game for the Broncos. We'll start on the glass, hold their own on the glass tonight. That's a key for the Broncos, who are going to be giving up the size advantage tonight. The Saints have the distinct advantage on just sheer size of their front line compared to the Broncos. But the Broncos 6 times this year in their 17 games have won the rebounding battle. They're 4-2 in those 6 games, and I don't know that they necessarily have to win the rebounding battle tonight, but even when they have just been competitive and close in the rebounding margin on the year, they're a negative 4.5 margin. So I'd like to see them within a couple of boards tonight, or obviously in a ideal world, win that rebounding battle with St. Thomas Aquinas tonight. And if they can hold their own on the glass, I like their chances to be in the ball game come fourth quarter time, and then finally make some shots early. They did have their good start against Ottawa. Now they got to keep that rolling, though. They led at halftime for the first time in 10 games in that game against Ottawa, so that was certainly a long time coming for the Broncos, and hopefully the good vibes from that win on Friday are still carrying over for the Broncos, because they played one of their best games of the season on Friday night, a 70-42 victory over Ottawa. First win in Ottawa since, I think it was 2005 for the Broncos. So hopefully that is a nice springboard for them into this postseason, where one of these teams, the Broncos or the Saints, will advance on to the Sub-State Championship game coming up on Saturday afternoon. You've been watching the Comfort Designs pregame show here on Spring Hill Sports Live. We will take a quick timeout, come back get you the starting lineups, and then we'll get this one started. Spring Hill and St. Thomas Aquinas coming up on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Are you looking for a trusted heating or air conditioning contractor in the Spring Hill area? Look no further than Comfort Designs. Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated for more than 20 years. Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center. As Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, they work on all makes and models, even RV, marine, aviation, motorcycles, and more. Shoemaker Collision offers free estimates and loaners, plus they will work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095.
Your trusted Farmers Insurance agent is Anthony Sidoti. Experienced, local, and veteran-owned. Licensed in both Kansas and Missouri, Anthony will customize the right plan for you. His straightforward and personalized approach will help you better understand your coverage options. Stop on by at 159th and Merlin, right up the street in South Olathe, or call 913-270-5400. The Anthony Sidoti Agency. Farmers Insurance, proudly serving Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Shop local and save at Price Chopper, your hometown grocery store in Spring Hill. Come see the improvements and upgrades throughout the store. As always, Price Chopper is the place for hand-cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and unbeatable flavors from the bakery. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to Cool Crisp lettuce. Price Chopper is now happy to offer curbside pickup. Locally owned and operated and under new management. Price Chopper in Spring Hill. Open daily, 6 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Welcome back inside live here at Spring Hill High School. We are getting set for this sub-state semifinal between Spring Hill and St. Thomas Aquinas. Top of your starting lineups brought to you by Perfect Detail Salon at 516 North Webster in Spring Hill. The Broncos will start this game in style, but nowhere near the level of style you'll find at Perfect Detail Salon, where they're devoted to making clients flawless from head to toe. Make an appointment online at salonperfectdetails.com or by calling 913-592-5022. And we will do that for you as soon as we finish the national anthem here at Spring Hill High School. So we'll step aside momentarily, be right back with those starting lineups and the opening throw-in right after this.
Number one, obviously, is safety. We definitely call 811 to find out if there are any buried lines, fiber optic, whether it be telephone or pipeline or anything. Don't take a chance. Don't think you know and say, well, I don't remember anything being put in there. Call 811 and make sure that that's identified, that there isn't something there before you make that crossing. Because in the end, we want everybody going home.
So, what is love? Love is being independent. Love is dancing. At Shriners Hospital for Children, love is a new smile.
At Shriners Hospitals for Children, love is caring for a child regardless of the family's ability to pay. Learn how you can send your love to the rescue at lovetotherescue.org.
Let's get those perfect detail salon starting lineups for you now for the Spring Hill Broncos. Cooper Jones, 6'1 senior, number 1 for the Broncos, their top scorer, who averages 19.5 points per game. John Mitchell, a 5'11 senior, number 11, averages 2 points per night. Evan Letillier, a 6'2 senior, number 14, 4.9 points, 4.5 rebounds a game. Ryan Weber, 6'2 senior, number 15 for the Broncos, 11 points, a team high 5.5 rebounds, and a team best 3.5 assists per game as well. And Cody Powell, a 6' senior, number 24, who averages 2.5 points per night. For the St. Thomas Aquinas Saints, Tank Young, a 5'9 senior, number 2 for the Saints. John Murphin is a 5'10 junior, number 5 for St. Thomas Aquinas. Cale Stats, a 6' freshman, number 20. Will Roast, their top scorer, a 6'4 sophomore, number 23. And Aiden Worth, a 6'6 junior, number 33. Jake Coopersmith, the head coach of the St. Thomas Aquinas Saints. And it's Wes Book, the head coach of the Spring Hill Broncos. These two teams playing for the first time since 1989. Only one other matchup. That was it. 1989, the last time they played, and the only time that Aquinas and Spring Hill have played on the hardwood. So we are excited to get this one underway tonight, and it will have a trip to the Sub-State Championship game on the line here tonight in Spring Hill. Almost time for the opening throw-in is brought to you by Spring Hill Fitness, your local community gym. Spring Hill Fitness is dedicated to making a friendly, clean, judgment-free environment open 24/7. Check them out on Facebook or call 913-686-2027. As the visiting team, Aquinas will get the basketball first on the throw-in. Tank Young will put it into play, and we'll get this one started tonight in Spring Hill. Along with Caden Carvalho, I'm Bryce Kessler. Glad you could join us on this Wednesday evening for some postseason basketball, and we are underway as Young lobs it into Worth, and here we go. Spring Hill opens up, matched up man-to-man with the Saints. Both teams closed out the regular season with victories. For Spring Hill, a blowout win over Ottawa, 70-42. For Aquinas, it was a 1.68-67 victory over Blue Valley High School. Pick and roll inside. Worth gets the feed from Roast and puts the Saints on the top, or on top here on their opening possession. Letillier, flare outside to Weber. Now back up top to Jones. He's been on fire the last 6 games, 6 straight 20-point nights for Cooper Jones, but his first attempt of the night off the iron and rebounded by Worth. It's a freshman stats on the drive. Kick out to Young, who's open on the wing, but it won't go for him. Knocked out of the hands of Letillier, who did not play Friday night in that game against Ottawa. Good to have him back in the lineup tonight. Spring Hill with the basketball. 7:07 left in this opening quarter as we're just underway. Letillier out on the left or right wing for the Broncos. Skips it across. Now Jones from the corner. Letillier straight away. Good look for Evan, but it's in and out. Will Roast on the rebound. Young trying to attack off the dribble, and they're going to call him for an offensive foul. The charge drawn by Letillier. So Tank Young picks up his first. Team's first, and Jake Coopersmith wants an explanation from the official on the official's way back down the floor. Wasn't a whole lot of contact on it, but the charge nonetheless. The Broncos chance to tie it up here. Raps take the lead. A team that likes the 3 ball. They average 7.5 threes per game. They've already attempted twice, but both the Jones and Letillier attempt missed. That time they go inside of Weber off the feed by Mitchell. And Ryan Weber ties this game up at 2 apiece. Weber, the second leading scorer on the year for the Broncos, leads the team in rebounding and assists. So he is certainly a guy that does a little bit of it all. And as the point guard, you don't often see him as the top rebounder, but Weber, a very good all-around player. He's trying to defend here in the post now against Roast. Roast only a sophomore, but a talented one. Over top of Weber, left it short, and there's Ryan on the board. Quickly into the front court to Jones. Cooper likes that right corner. He'll give it up to Powell instead, and Cody called for travel as he shuffled the feet before putting the ball down. It's the Broncos' first turnover with 5:39 left in this first quarter. We're tied up 2 apiece. An Aiden Worth bucket for the Saints. A Ryan Weber answer for the Broncos. Young goes opposite the Worth screen. Got a lane to the basket and lays it in on the left side. Tank Young puts the Saints back in front. Weber trying to do the same thing as he attacks off that right lane line. Draws the foul on Stats. A couple of free throws coming up for Ryan Weber. First personal on Stats, second team foul, and it puts the Broncos top free throw, or I guess now John Mitchell has taken over the crown as the top percentage-wise free throw shooter. It's been Weber most of the season, but Broncos pretty good free throw shooting team. They've got 4 of their regulars over 70% at the line. Weber, one of them at 75% on the year, and he knocks down both free throws to even us back up at 4. Worth working against Letillier. Strong move into the paint. A little right-handed hook by Aiden Worth. Couple of buckets now for the 6'6 junior. And it's a 2-point lead for Aquinas. Weber curls into the paint, leaves it off the glass with a right hand, and Ryan Weber's got all 6 for the Broncos as we are tied now for the 3rd time already. Stats to kick out to Young. Stats will try to drive, turns, spins, and hits. Four and a half to go in the quarter. Lob into Letillier. He's bumped by Worth. And Aiden Worth will pick up his first personal foul, and that is the 3rd team foul of the Saints with 4:23 left in the first quarter. Call on the floor. It'll be a baseline inbound for Spring Hill, down by 2. All 6 for the Broncos have come from Ryan Weber, who's inbounding here. Weber draws the foul, and that will be the 2nd on Stats. 2 more foul shots coming for Ryan Weber, and that will force Jake Cooper-Smith to his bench as his freshman guard, Cale Stats, has picked up 2 first quarter fouls within the opening 3:40 of this game. Into the lineup for St. Thomas Aquinas. Aquinas is 6'2 senior Garrett Alejos. Nice start from Ryan Weber tonight. He's got all 8 for the Broncos. And we're knotted up with 4:16 to play in the period. Young working on Mitchell. Lob over the head of Worth, and it's a turnover. Jones with a steal. Races the other way, and it's blocked by Roast. Good defensive play by Will Roast. Denies Cooper Jones and keeps this a tie ball game. Now Roast against Weber. Got a little step on him, pulls up from 15 off back rim. Offensive rebound by Alejos. Now Worth going back to work in the inside, ripped out by John Mitchell. Good help defense by Mitchell, forces the turnover. Broncos looking for their first lead of the night. Jones fires for 3, but it won't go, and it's Worth on the glass for Aquinas. And off outside Alejos. Worth looking to set that screen for him. Now Young. He gets the screen from Worth. Draws some contact on Mitchell. They'll call it on the floor. It's the first foul against the Broncos. And that will bring Cameron Crotchett and Jamin Beck into the game for the first time for Spring Hill. Beck averaging 6 a game this year, 3rd leading scorer for the Broncos. Crotchett coming off a nice couple of games his last couple times out. A career-high 6 Friday against Ottawa. Also for Aquinas, Ryan Yankovic has checked in for the first time. A 6'5 junior, and that's who's got it here on the elbow. Nice shot fake. Got Crotchett to bite on it, but he can't finish. And then commits the foul. So Yankovic with a really nice shot fake to get himself a great look. But after the miss, then compounded it with a foul. That's already the 5th foul against Aquinas here in this first quarter, with still 2:54 left in the period. And Spring Hill's got it, tied up at 8, still looking for their first lead of the night. Jones slips and falls. Lost his footing on the catch. That's tough luck turnover for Spring Hill. Luke Metcalf checks in, 6'2" sophomore in for the Broncos. Averages a little more than 5 points per game, does Metcalf. So we're still tied up at 8 here. Neither team has now scored in the last 2 minutes. Turning down the screen and driving, Murfin able to get across the lane and lay it in with the left hand. Well, it's gone from a 2-point Aquinas lead to a tie ball game 4 times. Now Spring Hill trying to make it a 5th tie. Beck at the top of the key. Now Crotchett drives on Yankovic. And I think they're calling for a travel. When he tried to come to his jump stop, it looked like his feet slipped a little bit. So we've seen now both Jones and Crotchett slip on that into the floor, costing the Broncos a pair of turnovers now. 2 minutes left in the quarter, a 10-8 St. Thomas Aquinas lead. Saints 7-13 on the year. The Broncos 8-9 coming into play here in this sub-state semifinal. Yankovic back to Young on the left wing. Everybody out on the perimeter. Haven't got many basket cuts there, and eventually they just settle for a John Murfin 3, which he knocks it down to put Aquinas up by 5. So Murfin with the last 5, the 5'10" junior guard for the Saints. See if the Broncos have an answer. Weber all the way to the cup, but missed it with the left hand. Rebounded by Yankovic. Good move by Weber to get himself there, but unable to finish. He's got all 8 for the Broncos. Roast, little pull up after he got Weber's momentum going right past him, and Will Roast has his first basket of the night. And with under a minute to play in the quarter, it's a 7-0 run by the Saints, and St. Thomas Aquinas leads 15-8. Metcalf bounces high post to Crotchett. Now Beck, he's hit a 3 in 13 straight games, but that one way off the mark. Offensive rebound, Weber. This time he is able to finish with that left hand. So Ryan Weber, all 10 first quarter points for Spring Hill. But the Broncos down 5 here in the closing seconds. Tank Young takes a peek up at that score clock. He's going to let the remaining seconds wind down before he goes on the attack. Here he comes with 10 seconds left in the quarter. Has a high staggered screen to his right. Lobs inside Yankovic. Got an angle to that right side. Crotchett gambled for the steal. Gave Yankovic a great look at it. Now Jones from 3/4 court. And we played one with Aquinas on top of Spring Hill. 17-10 here on Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strode Orthodontics.
Lenses and frame. Weitzel Optometry Vision Source has been the leader in optometry services and vision care in Spring Hill for more than 20 years. Weitzel Optometry offers comprehensive eye care, as well as the latest, most popular lenses and frames for Spring Hill and the surrounding communities. Experience modern eye care with advanced diagnostic technology and vision correction products. And with the experience of Doctors Weitzel and Bloodgood, you're sure to see the results you're looking for. To schedule your appointment, call Weitzel Optometry Vision Source at 913-592-2020. When it comes to protecting your family, home, and business, look to a local, community-minded agent. In Spring Hill, that's Allstate agent Libby Clark. With more than 15 years of industry experience, Libby and her team are committed to providing a customized family protection plan that fits your needs. A full-service agency, Libby Clark offers a broad range of insurance and financial services, building relationships with a focus on helping their neighbors. That's the Libby Clark Agency. Visit them on the southeast corner of 223rd and Harrison in Spring Hill.
17-10, St. Thomas Aquinas on top of Spring Hill as we go to the second quarter. A very balanced start to this game for the Saints. 6 different guys scoring in that first quarter for St. Thomas Aquinas. For Spring Hill, just one guy scored. He's got the ball right now, Weber. He's going to look to keep it that way with a 3, but it's barely going to draw front iron. Rebounded by John Murfin. Murfin had 5 to lead the way in the first quarter. It came on consecutive possessions, and now Will Roast joins him with 5 as he knocks down the 3. And it's 20-10 Saints. An 8-8 ball game with a little more than 2 minutes left in the quarter, but it has been a 12-2 run for St. Thomas Aquinas since Jones looked like he almost rolled an ankle there as he was bumped by Wyatt Lewis, a freshman who's in for the first time in this ball game. But instead, Jones is called for a travel. The good news out of all that, if you can find some, is it was a little bit of an awkward look to the ankle, but he appears to be just fine in that regard. 10-point lead for St. Thomas Aquinas. Murfin into the corner for Alejos. Now here's Roast, who was quiet early, but has now scored 5 for the Saints, including a 3 in this quarter. That's a push called on Ryan Weber of Spring Hill, his first foul on the team's second. All 5 starters have scored in this game for the Saints, and they've also got a bucket off the bench from Yankovic. Now they're going to get free throws from John Murfin. The foul is called on John Mitchell. That is John's second, team's third. And 2 shots coming up for Murfin. Cody Powell is checked back in for Spring Hill. He'll take the place of Mitchell, who exits after that second foul. One out of 2 for Murfin, and a St. Thomas Aquinas sub. That will be Tank Young coming in, checking in for Murfin. 7:06 to play in the half, an 11-point Saints lead here on the road. Broncos have dropped 6 straight home games. They've been very good on the road. They're 5-1 this year on the road, but unfortunately, just 3-8 here at home, and now they turn it over for the 5th time. Nice bounce pass, but unable to handle it. They're going to say knocked out by Spring Hill, though. And they might get this call changed. Letellier was running in there. That looked like it went straight off of Worth and out of bounds after a nice bounce pass by Wyatt Lewis. They will change the call, and it will be Spring Hill basketball. So a 4th turnover against Aquinas. And Spring Hill's got it down 11. They need to answer here in this final 6:40 of this first half. You do not want to see Aquinas build on this double-digit lead as we near halftime. And so far, Weber's still the only player who has scored for Spring Hill. Letellier has it knocked out by Worth, but he's able to gather it back. Weber attacks, lost it, and a foul is called on Worth, and that's now his second. So that makes 2 starters with 2 fouls here in this first half for St. Thomas Aquinas. Both Cale Statz and Aiden Worth have been charged for 2 first half fouls. Weber will be at the line. He's 4 out of 4 in this game at the stripe. Ryan Yankovic will check in for the Saints, replacing Worth. A dozen points here in the first half from Ryan Weber, including a perfect 6 of 6 start at the free throw line. But a 9-point Aquinas lead, and the Saints with the ball. Lewis backs away. Dribble handoff gives to Roast. 15-foot pull-up, no shot. No shot, foul before the attempt. And it is on Weber, so now Ryan has picked up his second, and that is potentially big trouble for Spring Hill. He's got all 12 points for Spring Hill so far tonight, and now he heads to the bench with 2 fouls and 5:55 left in the first half. John Mitchell back in for him. So good news is Spring Hill still has Cooper Jones out there after Alejos misses a point-blank shot attempt, and Jones the rebound. Cooper averages 19.5 per game, but he is scoreless so far tonight. Really need to get one going for the Broncos here. Back across to Letillier. Not only is your leading scorer for the game Weber and your only scorer for the game Weber on the bench now, he's also the point guard for this team, and the offense just didn't get clicking that time without him. And Mitchell's bounce pass stolen by Roast. 9-point lead for the Saints with a little more than 5 to go in the half. Yankovic inside to Roast. He's fouled by Mitchell, and John just picked up his third. Luke Metcalf checks into the game, so Mitchell with 3 fouls heads out of the game. Both teams have a pair of starters on the bench with multiple fouls here with 5:06 left in the first half. Yankovic from the mid-post, up top Lewis, make that Alejos. Trying to go back into Yankovic, it's off of Ryan's hand, out of bounds, and a turnover. Jones brings it up for the Broncos. And a foul at midcourt committed by Wyatt Lewis. And that puts the Saints over the limit. So a 1-and-1 coming up for Cooper Jones. And maybe this is just the thing that Cooper needed. Chance to get to the line and see the ball through the hoop, hopefully, and that will get the offense going for Jones tonight. But that will have to wait also as the 75% foul shooter misses the front end of the 1-and-1. 4:40 left to play first half. 9-point lead for St. Thomas Aquinas. They've got the ball. Will Roast going to work on Jones. Mid-range pull-up, and he rattles it home. And that will draw a timeout out of Spring Hill. 23-12. Spring Hill on top of St. Thomas Aquinas. We're back in a moment. You're watching Bronco basketball presented by Strode Orthodontics on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Allowing you to focus. When it comes to helping people with their finances, a cookie-cutter approach doesn't work. That's why you need Kim Thompson at Prudential Financial in Spring Hill. Kim knows that everyone's different. She'll listen to you and discuss your hopes and dreams, allowing you to focus on what's important. At Kim Thompson Financial, they focus on protecting your family, saving for retirement, living in retirement, financial strategy, saving for education, and your small business. To learn more, visit Kim Thompson Prudential Financial at the corner of Victory and Webster in Spring Hill, or call 913-592-5573.
.431 left to play in the first half here from Spring Hill tonight. You're watching Bronco basketball presented by Strode Orthodontics. It's an 11-point St. Thomas Aquinas lead. We were tied 4 times in the opening minutes. 2, 4, 6, and 8. As we went from a 2-point Aquinas lead to a tie ball game back and forth. Spring Hill is yet to lead tonight. And a 7-0 run by Aquinas gave them their first breathing room tonight, and they've kept it there. Metcalf from the corner. Letillier with an offensive board. Jones attacks, and a foul. Count the basket for Cooper Jones. Yankovic called for the block, and the bucket will count for Cooper Jones. So the Letillier offensive rebound gives him that second chance opportunity, and Jones, the first player not named Ryan Weber to score tonight for Spring Hill. Completes the three-point play. Yankovic now has picked up his second as well, by the way, so that is now 3 guys with 2 fouls. With a little more than 4 to go in the first half for St. Thomas Aquinas. It's an 8-point game. Young, deep 3 from straight away. Powell the rebound for Spring Hill. Beck goes baseline, gets to the block and floats it in. 5 straight for the Broncos. First time tonight that they have scored back-to-back trips without Aquinas scoring in between. And the Broncos now trail by 6. Rose trying to go baseline. Tough shot there with both Powell and Jones right there in his face. Metcalf the rebound. Jones pushes all the way to the cup, but is blocked out of bounds by Lewis. Jones unable to get any lift off there as he tried to explode up with that layup. Now stretching out the right leg now, and Lewis able to slap it out of bounds. Back in comes John Murphin for Aquinas. He replaces Alejos. Spring Hill looking for 3 straight scoring trips. Letelier on the left wing, off front iron, and knocked out by Aquinas. Roast and Powell battling for that rebound, and it was off Will Roast. So Spring Hill keeps possession with 3:04 left in the half. Inbound to Powell, right back to Jones. Misses the baseline pull-up. A lot of movement down here on the offensive side for Aquinas. Yankovic has it knocked out from behind by Beck. Got it back though, and then he's fouled by Jones. A couple of free throws coming up for Ryan Yankovic. First foul on Cooper. Yankovic makes it an 8-point game with 2:36 to play in the half. 4 points off the bench for the junior Ryan Yankovic. Metcalf runs out of space, but then the defense just disappeared. They had him shut down to the baseline, and then everybody thought he was going to pass it back down to the wing, and the whole defense shifted that way, and it gives Metcalf a wide open look on that baseline. His first bucket of the night. Back to a 6-point game. Murphin draws some contact. That'll put him on the line, as that is the 7th team foul on Spring Hill. So the shot won't count, but Letilier's foul is first, and the 7th team puts John Murphin at the free throw line. He's 1 of 2 so far in this one. 6 points from Murphin. Second leading scorer tonight for the Saints. Just 1 of 3 though at the line now. Under 2 to play in the half. Spring Hill inside. Powell wide open. He lost him, run the baseline. Jamin Beck got it inside to him, and Cody Powell makes this a 25-21 ball game. After trailing by 11 earlier in this second quarter, Spring Hill has trimmed it down to 4. And they've done that without Ryan Weber, who at the time had scored their only points. They were down 11 when Weber went out of this game with his second foul earlier in this quarter. Thankfully, the rest of the guys have started scoring as well, and that is an offensive foul on Will Roast. Knocks Powell to the floor, commits the offensive foul, and turns it back over to Spring Hill with 1:20 left in the half, and the Broncos have a chance to get this back to a one-possession game again. Jones again lost his footing. We've seen him slip several times already tonight, able to keep the dribble alive at least. Metcalf, little pull-up from 6 feet is good. So the bench starting to score for the Broncos, and they have closed the gap down to a single possession with under a minute left in the half. First time it's been a one-possession game since it was 10-8 with 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Tank Young right now, he's just content to dribble out the final seconds of this half. Jamin Beck not out pressuring him, allowing Young to just dribble it down. 30 seconds left until halftime. So Aquinas looks like they're going to, at worst case scenario, go in up 2. That's their plan anyway, and see if they can come away with a final bucket to close out the half. 20 seconds now, and now a timeout taken by Jake Coopersmith. So we'll step aside for a moment. 18 seconds left in the half. You're watching Bronco basketball presented by Strode Orthodontics on Spring Hill Sports Live.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Just 18 seconds left in this first half. St. Thomas Aquinas with the basketball. A 2-point lead for the Saints. 4 ties, no lead changes. Spring Hill has not led in this first half. And the Saints, with 18 seconds left in the half, will inbound on the far sideline. We'll get this ball into Tank Young and look for Young to try to create off the dribble. Probably a Yankovic screen coming to help him as well. We'll see what happens here. Beck, the on-ball defender. Here comes Yankovic and Alejos, both up to the high post. 10 seconds left. Young starts to attack now. Bounce high post to Alejos. 5 seconds left. Alejos dribbles, creates, finds Murphin in the corner, and he hits the 3 off balance at the buzzer. So John Murphin with his second 3 of the first half gives him a game-high 9 points on that buzzer beater, and it's 28-23 Aquinas as we head to the half. Coming up, it's the Michael Grant Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show. You're watching Bronco basketball presented by Strode Orthodontics on Spring Hill Sports Live.
For over 80 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services agents have built relationships with you, one conversation at a time. And we're as committed as ever to providing you with that level of service. As part of your community, we're here for you, answering insurance questions and helping make sure your financial goals are on track.
Contact Farm Bureau Financial Agent Michael Grand anytime or learn more at michaelgrand.com.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Shop local and save at Price Chopper, your hometown grocery store in Spring Hill. Come see the improvements and upgrades throughout the store. As always, Price Chopper is the place for hand-cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and unbeatable flavors from the bakery. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to Cool Crisp lettuce. Price Chopper is now happy to offer curbside pickup, locally owned and operated, and under new management. Price Chopper in Spring Hill, open daily, 6 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Spring Hill's hometown shop is J&T Auto Service. As a full-service repair shop, J&T Auto Service works on all makes and models. Diesels, Europeans, they do it all. From combines to Corvettes. Visit J&T Auto Service for oil changes, tires, brakes, alignments, electrical diagnostics, and so much more. Small town, friendly service with high-tech tools and training. Schedule your service at J&T Auto Service. Call 913-592-6424. You can also visit jtautoinc.com.
Are you looking for experienced and knowledgeable electrical contractors? Scott Electric is your right choice. We have been providing high-quality electrical repair, remodeling, and troubleshooting services at affordable prices since 1972. Expect the highest attention to detail from start to finish. We are a licensed and insured electrical company. Our residential electrical services include installation of smoke detectors, hot tubs, and basement finishing. No job is too big or too small for our trained electricians. Call for a free estimate.
Welcome into the Michael Graham Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show. 28-23 our halftime score with St. Thomas Aquinas, the 5-point lead on top of Spring Hill. Michael's goal is to help you plan for the unexpected and protect your future. Getting to know you and the things that are most important to you will help them customize the right plan for your needs. To learn more, visit them at 117 South Main in Spring Hill or call 913-592-2336. 5-point halftime lead, 4 ties, no lead changes in that first half as St. Thomas Aquinas got the game's first bucket on their opening possession to go up 2-zip. Spring Hill tied it at 2. They then tied it at 4, tied it again at 6, tied it again at 8. And that's when St. Thomas Aquinas put together the game's first run. They went on a 7-0 run to take a 15-8 lead. And since that point, they had led by at least 5 all the way up until the final minute of that first half when Spring Hill put together an 11-2 run to close what was an 11-point gap all the way back down to just 2 points. But then a John Murphin 3 at the buzzer pushed the lead for Aquinas back up to 5 points, and that's where we stand now at 28-23. The Broncos had all 12 of their first 12 points at this game scored by Ryan Weber. He went out of the game with an 11-point deficit with about 4 minutes left in that first half. And at that point, it looked pretty dire for Spring Hill, but thankfully the bench came alive. Then Beck had 2, Metcalf had 4, Powell coming back into the game off the bench with a bucket as well, and those guys helped close that deficit down. So right now, a 5-point game. St. Thomas Aquinas on top of Spring Hill here at the half. That look back at the first half, the White Cell Optometry eye on the game. Keep an eye on your child's screen time. If they're experiencing eye strain or headaches, it might be a good time for an exam. Make an appointment with White Cell Optometry Vision Source by calling 913-592-2020 and be sure to ask about the 2020 rule. More of the Michael Graham Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show next. Broncos trail St. Thomas Aquinas 28-23 at the break.
Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs with 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill. Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400, or visit StrodeOrtho.com.
When a team comes together, they deliver victory. When the team at Gambino's in Spring Hill comes together, they deliver delicious pizzas and so much more. Family owned and operated, Gambino's has all the ingredients of a great team, including, well, their ingredients. The freshest, perfectly prepared pizzas, sandwiches, pastas, salads, appetizers, and more. To feed your home team, call Gambino's at 913-686-4424 or visit Gambino'sPizza.com. Delivering the winning taste to Spring Hill. Gambino's. You're gonna love it. Prime Accounting Solutions in Spring Hill is here to help you and your business grow. From accounting services to tax planning, Prime Accounting is here to help you meet your goals and achieve your dreams. The accountants at Prime Accounting Solutions stay up to date on the latest news and information, ensuring the best options, services, and returns for you. Give Prime Accounting Solutions a call at 913-592-2050. Visit them at 408 North Webster in Spring Hill or go online to primeaccounting.net.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is your local Bobcat mower dealer. Bobcat mowers combine heavy gauge steel with advanced engineering to give you the best cut every time. Simple controls and design make maintenance and service quick and easy. And when you get your Bobcat at Hers, they can complete all service and repairs covered by your warranty. Bobcat mowers are affordable, giving you a commercial grade machine at a residential price. To learn more,
come and visit us at hersinc.net. Call us at
913-247-3530.
Welcome back into the Michael Grand Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show. St. Thomas Aquinas on top of Spring Hill, 28-23 here at the break. Rebounding battle is pretty even so far, just a one rebound advantage for the Saints. That was an area we thought Spring Hill needed to hold their own tonight. They're doing that, but the Broncos have not made a single three yet in this game, a team that averages 7.5 3-pointers per night. They are shut out from beyond the arc. The Saints have knocked down 3 triples so far. Both teams have turned it over 6 times. The Broncos have been good at the line, 7 out of 8. St. Thomas Aquinas just 3 of 5. The Saints led by John Murphin, who's got 9 points. Will Roast with 7 points, and then Tank Young's got 2. Cale Stats has 2. Ryan Yankovic with 4, and Aiden Worth with 4 points for the Saints. Roast with 3 rebounds leads the team, and Tank Young with a pair of assists. The top man there for Spring Hill. Ryan Weber, 12 points. He is their top scorer with 12 of the 23 in that first half. In fact, he had the first 12 of the game for the Broncos before picking up his second foul. Cooper Jones, just 3 points in that first half. 6 straight games scoring 20+, but only 3 at the half for Jones, 2 from Jamin Beck, 4 from Luke Metcalf, and 2 from Cody Powell. Broncos leading rebounder in that first half was Weber and Jones, each with 2, and nobody with more than 1 assist for the Broncos, who only had 2 as a team. 28-23, that's our halftime score. It's St. Thomas Aquinas on top of Spring Hill. You've been watching the Michael Grand Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show. Second half starts right after this on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Pinky Plumbing in Spring Hill is a proud supporter of Bronco Athletics. Keeping your plumbing system in good shape can do wonders for your property's value and lifespan. Get exceptional plumbing services when you hire the plumbing specialist at Pinky Plumbing. At Pinky Plumbing, they take pride in their work and guarantee the best plumbing services in the shortest time possible at the most reasonable price. To learn more, give them a call at 913-568-8201 or visit pinkyplumbing.com. Go Broncos! When it comes to protecting your family, home, and business, look to a local, community-minded agent. In Spring Hill, that's Allstate agent Libby Clark. With more than 15 years of industry experience, Libby and her team are committed to providing a customized family protection plan that fits your needs. A full-service agency, Libby Clark offers a broad range of insurance and financial services, building relationships with a focus on helping their neighbors. That's the Libby Clark Agency. Visit them on the southeast corner of 223rd and Harrison in Spring Hill.
Are you looking for experienced and knowledgeable electrical contractors? Scott Electric is your right choice. We have been providing high-quality electrical repair, remodeling, and troubleshooting services at affordable prices since 1972. Expect the highest attention to detail from start to finish. We are a licensed and insured electrical company. Our residential electrical services include installation of smoke detectors, hot tubs, and basement finishing. No job is too big or too small for our trained electricians. Call for a free estimate.
Welcome back inside Spring Hill High School as we head to the second half in this ball game, and some confusion to start this second half. It was looking like Spring Hill was ready to inbound the ball to start this second half, and Jake Coopersmith said, whoa, wait a second. It should be our ball, meaning the Saints' ball, and after the officials discussed with the scores table, they agree with Coach Coopersmith. So it's St. Thomas basketball to start this second half. The Saints on top of Spring Hill 28-23. A balanced first half offensively for the Saints. And 6 different guys score in that first half. Their top scorer is Murphin, number 5, who just gave it up. He has 9. Will Roast has 7. This is Cale Stats with the ball. He scored an early bucket for the Saints, then picked up 2 fouls within the first 4 minutes of the first quarter and never did come back into the game. So he is in for the first time since midway through the first quarter. Gives it back up top to Murphin. Spring Hill played man-to-man pretty much the entire first half, and now they have switched into maybe a triangle and 2. They've got Powell following Roast all over, as that is Murphin in the corner, and he knocks down the 3. His 3rd triple of the game, and the Broncos now turn it over. A 31-23 lead for St. Thomas Aquinas. Young inbounds to Stats, back in the corner to Young. Stats now open for three. Worth called for the foul. That is his third as he was battling Letillier for the rebound. And now a technical foul has been handed out, and that will be his fourth. So that will be a personal foul for his third and a technical foul for his fourth. And their 6'6" junior, their starting five, Aiden Worth, 4 points, a couple of rebounds, and an assist tonight, is to the bench with 4 fouls at the 6:44 mark of the third quarter. So Cooper Jones for 2 free throws at the line, and he misses that one. He is now just 1 of 3 at the free throw line tonight. The Broncos get 1 point out of that technical foul on Aiden Worth. And trail by 7. Weber attacks right down the center of the paint, gets the basket, and a foul on Will Roast will give Weber a 3-point opportunity. Second foul on Roast. And Weber now with 14 for the Broncos. He's a perfect 6 of 6 at the free throw line. Chance to turn this into essentially a 4-point possession for Spring Hill thanks to that technical foul free throw, but they are unable to do that as Weber misses for the first time at the line. Yankovic, who came in for Worth after that fourth foul, is now down with the rebound for St. Thomas Aquinas. A 5-point lead with the Saints. Stats got inside, got a good look, but unable to finish. Letillier the rebound. Weber kicks out to Beck on the right wing, who's money on a three-pointer. 14th straight game that Jamin Beck has knocked down a three, and the Broncos have closed the gap back down to 2 with 5:55 remaining in the third quarter. Yankovic at the foul line, outside Young. Stats gets to the baseline, back onto the elbow for Yankovic. Missed it side iron, and Weber with a rebound and a push up to Beck. Jamin Beck ties the game at 31. First time we've been tied since it was 8-all at the 4:16 mark of the first quarter. The momentum has shifted over to the Broncos after a technical foul on Aiden Worth of St. Thomas Aquinas. It gave some energy back to Spring Hill. The Saints take a timeout, and we've got a brand new ball game tied up at 31 with 5:24 left to play in the third quarter. Winner moves on to the Sub-State Championship game. It'll be at Blue Valley Southwest if they win their game, which one would suspect they will. I might have had that backwards. I might have been thinking on the other bracket. It might be Pittsburgh who's the top seed there. I'll have to look at that here. But meanwhile, 5:20 left to play in this third quarter, and we are now tied up at 31-all as the Broncos have put together an 8-0 run. Murphin, that's a tough shot falling away on the baseline. Weber's got it for Spring Hill, and the Broncos can take their first lead. Beck's been the man, and he's the man yet again. 8 straight points from Jamin Beck, including a pair of threes, and the Broncos lead for the first time tonight with 4:52 left in the third quarter. An 11-0 run with the last 8 of them coming from Jamin Beck. Roast leans in, gets 2 back for the Saints. But it stays a 1-point lead for Spring Hill with 4.5 to play in the third. Trying to keep it going. It's Weber off the curl around Letillier. 16 points from Ryan Weber, and it's back to a 3-point lead for Spring Hill. Midway through this third quarter, the Broncos have gone from down 8 to up 3 here in the period. Murphin drives, dishes to Yankovic, and a push on Spring Hill on the pass by Murphin. It's called on Letillier, his second. First team foul of the second half. In comes Garrett Alejos. In the corner, Murphin. So he knocks down his fifth, or make that his fourth three-pointer. He's got 15, and he's tied this game up at 36 all. Big night from Murphin. Jones, who has not had a big night, has a chance on a putback and takes advantage. Just 6 points tonight from the Broncos' leading scorer on the year, Cooper Jones. Averages just a tick under 20 per game. But only 6 tonight. The rest of the squad picking them up here as the Broncos lead by 2 with 3.5 to go in the third quarter. Lost the ball on the drive. It's deflected off of Weber. So again, it is Pittsburgh, by the way, who's the 1 seed. So that championship game Saturday at Pittsburgh, if they would win their first round matchup tonight over Blue Valley Southwest. So it's Pittsburgh who's the favorite in that one. If Blue Valley Southwest pulls off the upset, and then the winner of this one would host that championship. Young able to score through the contact, and a three-point opportunity for Tank Young. He has not had many opportunities tonight. A slasher able to get inside that time, though. And a three-point opportunity coming up after Jones commits his second foul. And Young a chance to put the Saints back in front with 3:12 left in the third. And he does. 39-38 Aquinas. Beck on the feet by Letillier. It spins out. 10 points in this game from Beck off the bench. Second straight night he scored double figures, but could not get that one to fall. Murphin's three misfired. Offensive rebound, Alejos. Now Stats drives and kicks. Young for three. Jones the rebound and a chance for the Broncos to run. Long outlet up to Beck. Back to Jones on the wing for three. It's short. And rebounded by Stats, who's fouled by Letillier. That is 3 on Evan. 13 foul of the second half as well. Cameron Crotchett will check in for the Broncos. A 39-38 St. Thomas Aquinas lead. Stats brings it up for the Saints. Murphin's been their hot hand tonight with 15. Roast has 9. He's working on Mitchell. Now here's Murphin. Has hit 4 times from downtown, trying to throw it into double team. And Crotchett unable to save it. His foot was on the line as he tried to throw that one off the leg of Roast. So it stays with Aquinas. Luke Metcalf checks back in for Spring Hill. Young on the inbound for Aquinas. Lob into Roast in the short corner. He's double teamed. Gets it out to Alejos. Got a wide open look. Can't hit it. And Spring Hill takes over down 1 with a little under 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Weber brings it up. 16 to lead the way for the Broncos. Mitchell gets inside, little floater, rattles out. Roast clears for Aquinas. Young brings it up. Outside Stats, they leave him open, but the three misses. Numbers for Spring Hill. Beck tees up a 3 on the right wing. Offensive rebound and a stick back by Luke Metcalf. They had the numbers, so it gave Aquinas no choice. They couldn't get enough bodies on the glass. Lead back to the Broncos by one with a little more than one left in the third. 16 points from Metcalf and Beck off of the bench tonight for the Broncos. Young inside, hit by Crotchet, count the basket for Tank Young. Crotchet picks up his first, and another three-point chance for Young, who has already converted one three-point play in this quarter. Wyatt Lewis and Ryan Yankovic back in for St. Thomas Aquinas. Young knocks down the free throw. He's now had a pair of three-point plays in this quarter. And with under a minute to play in the third, it's the Saints by two. Crotchet underneath, good position inside. Yankovic standing right in front of him, did not want to pick up a third foul. And Crotchet ties us up at 42. Aquinas wants to hold for one shot with 30 seconds and counting left in the third quarter, tied up at 42. Saints had a 5-point lead to start this quarter. They have fallen down by as many as 3 in the quarter. And right now, all square. Broncos in this late clock situation have gone back to a full man-to-man. 10 seconds now for Young. Has a high staggered screen. Works that way to his right. Kicks to the corner of Lewis. Baseline drive and a kick out to Stats. Three-pointer misses, and we will head to the fourth right where we started, even 42-42 through 3 here on Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strode Orthodontics.
Your trusted Farmers Insurance agent is Anthony Sidoti. Experienced, local, and veteran-owned. Licensed in both Kansas and Missouri, Anthony will customize the right plan for you. His straightforward and personalized approach will help you better understand your coverage options. Stop on by at 159th and Merlin, right up the street in South Olathe, or call 913-270-5400. The Anthony Sidoti Agency. Farmers Insurance, proudly serving Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Final 8 minutes tonight in this sub-state semifinal between Spring Hill and St. Thomas Aquinas. 8 ties, 4 lead changes so far tonight. We're all even, 42 apiece as we start this final quarter. Spring Hill with the ball. Weber attacks and gives to Jones, who's had a very quiet night on the offensive side. Just 6 points tonight from Cooper Jones. But Weber's 16. Beck's 10 off the bench have helped make up for it. And there's another nice drive and scoop and score by Weber. 5th lead change of the night puts the Broncos in front 44-42 with 7:20 to play. Young gives up top Yankovic. Murphin is on the bench right now for the Saints. He's got a team-high 15, and now they turn it over. Lewis has it knocked away and stolen by Beck. Spring Hill's largest lead tonight has been just 3 points. Chance to build on that here is Jones. Fumbled it away nearly, now gets it back up top. Drives on Lewis. Left it short, got it back, and then he's fouled by Yankovic. Actually, they called that foul on Lewis, so his second. 4th team foul, 2 shots for Cooper Jones. Just 2 out of 5 tonight now for a 75% free throw shooter. It's just been one of those nights offensively. It's not been his best night down on the offensive side for the Broncos' leading scorer. 6 straight games with 20+. But just 6 tonight, and now 2 of 6 at the free throw line. It stays a 2-point Spring Hill lead. Quick pass inside. Alejo sets up Stats. And we're even again at 44 all. Spring Hill girls last night won in overtime in their semifinal of the sub-state tournament. Perhaps foreshadowing what we have in store tonight. Knocked out by Aquinas. Spring Hill keeps it. Pratchett working with his back to the basket. Bounce to a cutting Ryan Weber. Weber got it up on the rim but can't get it in. Lewis the rebound for Aquinas. Saints a chance to retake the lead. Yankovic wanted it down deep at the post. It didn't get it inside. Now Lewis has it partially deflected, it looked like, by Pratchett. And the Broncos will run. Jones inside, ran out of room. In trouble on the baseline, turns it over. Foul committed near midcourt with 5:41 to play. It's the 15th foul of the Broncos, and it's called on Cody Powell. It's his first personal. Back in comes John Murfin for St. Thomas Aquinas. Their top scorer tonight returns. He's had a nice stroke going from the three-point line. He's hit 4 threes as a part of his 15-point night. And Will Roast will also check back in for the Saints. He's their second leading scorer tonight with 9 points. He comes in replacing Yankovic. Young drives, gets the foul and the bucket. We've seen him do that twice already in this second half, and now he'll have a third chance at a three-point play as he becomes the second player in double figures tonight for the Saints. It's the second foul on Pratchett. He comes out, Letillier back in. .11 points from Tank Young. It's his third lay-in plus a foul three-point play in this second half. 3-point lead for Aquinas, 5:23 to play. Letillier wants to go baseline. Flips it into the corner to Powell. Back up top, Weber. Driving on Alejos. Can't get the lay-in to go, and it's saved by Powell, but back into the arms of Roast for the Saints. Aquinas with it up 3. Young had just 2 first-half points, but here in the second half, Young has been able to get to the basket. They're working him at the high post right now, using that athleticism to drive from that high post spot. Roast hits a 3, and a foul is called on Spring Hill's Cody Powell to go along with it. So a 4-point chance for Roast, who's now got a dozen, and a timeout Spring Hill. The lead is 6 for Aquinas. Roast at the line when we return. 4:37 to play. You're watching Bronco basketball presented by Strode Orthodontics on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Hey, great party.
Oh, thanks. Here you go. 1 hamburger, medium well.
This is well done.
No. That's medium well.
What? Are you calling me a liar? This thing is practically burnt.
That's it. You're not gonna come to my house and tell me how to cook a hamburger.
It's like a hockey puck.
You wouldn't do it there.
Gotta be crazy.
So don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
An 8-0 run by St. Thomas Aquinas has given the Saints a 50-44 lead with 4:37 left to play in the fourth quarter. Will Roast will be at the free throw line. He made a three, was fouled by Cody Powell, so a 4-point opportunity for sophomore Will Roast. One of three guys now in double figures for the Saints. Roast with 13 points, a team-high 5 rebounds, and he's given St. Thomas Aquinas a 7-point lead with 4.5 to play on a 9-0 St. Thomas Aquinas run. Near turnover, Jones able to get it back though. Now here's Weber driving, kick back up for Jones. Cooper offline, offensive board. Weber's fouled by Stats. And back to the line for 2 shots goes Ryan Weber. Weber 6 out of 7 at the free throw line tonight. Leads the Broncos with 18 points this evening. Weber has tied his career high with 20 points in this game. He's made it a 5-point game with 4 and change to play. 9 ties, 6 lead changes tonight. The latest Aquinas run, a 9-0 run, gave them the lead here in the 4th. Runner is flicked in by Stats. Jones, quick trigger on the other end, rattles home a 3. Boy, did they need that one. Jones' first 3 of this game. Broncos have only made 3 as a team. They average almost 8 a game. And that 3 ball by Jones makes it a 4-point game. Cooper's now got 9. Spring Hill needs to stop this in, though. Aquinas has been awfully efficient the last several times down. And the Saints in no hurry at this point. 3:15 to go, up 4. They are not afraid to milk the clock, take the air out of the basketball. This is a drive by Alejos. Missed the lay-in, but a foul from behind on Spring Hill will give Alejos a chance to make up for it at the free throw line. It's called on LeChillier. That is the 4th personal on Evan. 8th team foul, 2 shots for Garrett Alejos. Alejos now the 7th different Saint to score in this game. John Mitchell checks back in for Spring Hill. (55-49), 3 minutes to play, 4th quarter. Weber spin into the paint. Nice finish with a right hand. Career high 22 tonight from Ryan Weber. 4-point game with 2:45 to go. The senior playing on his final night potentially here in Spring Hill on this home floor, and he is putting together a nice performance, trying to will his guys back in, not have the season end here tonight. Roast working one-on-one with Weber. Good defense by Ryan, but Roast able to score nonetheless. 57-51, a little more than 2 to play. Up top to Jones. Back again to Weber. Foul on the floor. That's the 6th team foul, so it'll be baseline inbound coming up for Spring Hill. And they call it on Tank Young, his 2nd. Trying to bounce it into traffic. The Broncos turn it over. And with under 2 to go, Young walks it up the floor for St. Thomas Aquinas. Saints lead by 6. Hand check on Beck. That will put Young back at the line for a 1-and-1. Tank is perfect 3 of 3 at the line of the game. 11 points, a couple of dimes in this one from Tank Young. Saints have knocked down all 5 of the free throws they have attempted in this second half. 5 of 5 as a team at the line. Young keeps the Saints perfect at that foul stripe. 13 from Young, 8-point lead for St. Thomas Aquinas. Weber trying to create off the dribble, able to get inside and unable to finish this time. Stats picks up his 4th. Couple of free throws coming up for Ryan Weber. 8 for 9 in the game at the stripe. Mitchell and Powell back in for Spring Hill. Six-point game, a minute and a half to play. Full court pressure by Spring Hill, trying to get some traps and get some turnovers now. Aquinas breaks the press. Young drives and draws the foul on Powell. So that puts the Broncos over the limit of the double bonus. Granted, that was going to be a 2-shot foul regardless, but from here on out, over the final 1:16, it'll be 2 shots on every foul for the Saints. Young, 5 of 5 at the free throw line tonight. And there's their first miss of the second half. Letelier, Metcalf, both back in for Spring Hill. Wyatt Lewis returns for Aquinas. And the scoreboard has gone blank, as you can see on the scorebook. So that's why the officials are pausing play for the moment. So one side of the gym scoreboard is working and one side is not. Unfortunately for us, the side that we get the feed for our scorebug is the side that's not working. So 1:16 left. Young misses both free throws. Letelier the rebound. So a minute and 12 seconds left in this fourth quarter. Spring Hill down 59-53. Back inside, Weber's alone underneath, then he lays it in. Timeout, Spring Hill with 1:02 to go. Ryan Weber has made this a 4-point game, 59-55 with 1:02 to play. 26 points tonight from Ryan Weber. It's a career night for the senior Weber. And the Broncos are left with a minute and 2 seconds as they try to mount the comeback here and keep their season alive and into a potential sub-state championship game on Saturday afternoon. Again, the scoreboard. There are 2 scoreboards in the gym here at Spring Hill. We get our feed from one of them, and that one has gone down. The other one is still working, so everybody inside the gym, the players, well, on one side anyway, they can see the clock and the score, but unfortunately the side we get the feed from, it has gone dark. So you'll just have to believe me. 1:02 to go, 59-55. Aquinas the lead in the basketball. Spring Hill want to try to force a turnover, don't have to foul right away if they can get that turnover forced to the back court. But Aquinas calmly breaks it. Now they've got a chance at numbers. Stats lays it up, missed it. And the rebound is tapped out to Beck, so they get the stop. 48 seconds left. Jones from the wing. Boom! Cooper Jones drills the 3, and Spring Hill has cut the lead 8-1 for Aquinas with 42 seconds to go. 59-58. Just 42 seconds remain in this fourth quarter. The Broncos were down 8 with a minute and a half to play in the quarter. And over the last 48 seconds, they have cut that 8-point gap down to 1. .42 seconds to play. (59-58). Aquinas with the lead and the basketball. The Broncos did not have to foul last time as Aquinas was able to break the press. And Cale Stats went right in, attacked. You can't blame him. He had a pretty good look at a layup, but it was missed. So Spring Hill got the stop, and it's now a 1-point game. Tough time inbounding, and they turn it over on the inbound pass. Spring Hill for the lead. Jones, bang! Big shot by Cooper Jones. 61-59. Spring Hill has rallied to take the lead. Jones has hit back-to-back threes for the Broncos, and with 21 seconds to go, timeout Aquinas. What a turnaround here in the final 1:30 of this game. Spring Hill down 8 with a minute and a half to go. They get back-to-back stops, a turnover on the inbound by Aquinas, and Cooper Jones has had a tough night offensively all night, but he's now hit 3 3-pointers in this fourth quarter. 9 of his 15 have come in the fourth, and that 3 has given the Broncos the 2-point lead with just 21 seconds to go. Spring Hill 61, St. Thomas Aquinas 59. Aquinas will have the basketball coming out of the timeout. The Saints have the possession arrow as well. A big rally here in the fourth quarter for the Broncos. Now they've got to try to close it out, though. Just 21 seconds to go. Again, sorry that one scoreboard is down in the gym. The other is still working, but it just happens to be the one that we don't get our feed from. So here we go, 20 seconds left. Young gives it up to the freshman Stats with 15 seconds. The crowd on their feet with 10. High post to Young, 8 seconds. Young kicks it out right side for 3. Alejos missed it with 5. Offensive rebound. Putback is good with 2 seconds left, and we are headed to overtime. Not quite yet, or do they get a timeout? Spring Hill does get a timeout called with 0.7 seconds left. So the Broncos got a timeout called with 0.7 seconds to go, tied at 61 after the Murphin putback after the Alejos miss. Our 10th tie of the night might be the one that sends us into overtime. The Spring Hill girls last night won in overtime in their sub-state semifinal. And unless the Broncos can knock down a full-court heave here in the final 7/10 of a second of this one, we'll be headed to overtime tonight as well. Just 7/10 of a second left. So Spring Hill will have to catch and heave. Letellier will throw it in. Nevin will try to get it into Jones. He'll put it on the floor once, and wouldn't have mattered. It wouldn't have counted. We will head to overtime. 61 all. Spring Hill and St. Thomas Aquinas put 4 more minutes on the clock. We'll be back right after this on Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strode Orthodontics.
Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs. With 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill, Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400. Or visit StrodeOrtho.com.
Welcome back inside Spring Hill High School. We are headed to overtime tonight between St. Thomas Aquinas and Spring Hill. 4 minutes on the clock. If you're just joining us, you've missed an exciting one so far. 10 ties, 7 lead changes tonight. And also, we've lost the scoreboard on half of the gym. So, our score bug, as you see, we get the feed from the scoreboard that has gone out. There is one scoreboard still working inside the gym, so the teams can see the clock and the score. You at home cannot, because luck of the draw has it, the one scoreboard that we need is the one that has gone down here inside Spring Hill High School. So, a foul has been called here on Spring Hill, or they're going to call a foul away for the ball against the Broncos. It's on Cody Powell. That's his 4th, and that will put Will Roast at the line for 2 shots. Aquinas in the double bonus. Wyatt Lewis back in for the Saints. Roast hits them both. 17 points tonight from Will Roast. And here in overtime with 3:39 to play in the OT, the Broncos have it for their first overtime possession. Back up top, Lettillier drives around Roast and lays it in. First basket of the night for Evan Lettillier, and it comes at a great time here in overtime to tie it at 63 all. 3:13 and counting left in OT. Roast backdoor finds Lewis, and he's fouled by Jones. That's 3 on Cooper. 2 shots coming up for Wyatt Lewis. Lewis has not scored in this game. They've had 7 different guys score for the Saints. Lewis, the only player who has played and not scored until there. John Mitchell back in for Spring Hill. One of 2 at the line for Lewis. It's a 1-point game with 3 minutes left in overtime. Weber all the way in. Count the lay-in for Ryan Weber, and a foul on Lewis. We'll give Ryan a 3-point opportunity as Spring Hill takes their first overtime lead. 3rd foul on Lewis. It's been a career night for Ryan Weber. 28 points. Career high for the senior. And he's got a chance at a 3-point play here for the Broncos. He is now 11 of 12 at the free throw line in this game. 29 points and a 2-point Bronco lead with 3 minutes, or just under 3 minutes left in overtime. 66-64 Spring Hill. Stats backs it out with 2:40 and counting left. Gives it over to Murfin, who hit the bucket to tie this game and force overtime. 2 of Murfin's 17 in this game. Alejos is called for a travel. 2:24 left. 66-64 Spring Hill. Wyatt Lewis back in for Aquinas. Again, a scoreboard has gone down. There's just one working scoreboard in the gym. It's not the one we get our feed from, so that's why you're seeing a blank score bug down there. 2:20 left to play in overtime. And Spring Hill leading 66-64. Inside Weber. Flipped it up behind his head as he was losing his balance and ends up tapping it out of bounds. Cale Stats back in for Aquinas. 2:11 left in overtime. Aquinas with the ball down by 2, 66-64. 11 ties, 9 lead changes tonight. Aquinas is led by as many as 11. Spring Hill's largest lead of this ball game has been just 2 points. Or 3 points, rather. This is Murphin, a tough follow away on the baseline, and he's fouled, so 2 shots coming his way. Foul is on John Mitchell. That's his 4th. 2 shots for Murphin. 1 of 2 at the free throw line. $18 points from Murphin. He needs 1 more, though, to tie this game with 1:49 left in overtime. And he hits it. Tied for the 12th time in this game. 66 all, 1:45 left in OT. Weber in the corner with 96 seconds left. 1:30 left in overtime. Weber gives it back up top to Beck. Jones trying to go into Weber, and a foul is called on Aquinas. A hold called on Cale Stats. That's his 5th. He is fouled out with 1:24 left in overtime. Wyatt Lewis will check in and take his place. Ryan Weber goes to the free throw line for Spring Hill. 11 of 12 at the line in this game for Weber. Leads all players with 29 points tonight. A 1-and-1 for Weber. Front end on the way and good. Timeout Spring Hill with 1:24 left to play in overtime. And the Broncos have a 67-66 lead with 1 more free throw coming for Weber. Back in a moment on Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strode Orthodontics.
Thank you. Can I help you today?
No thanks. I'm just looking. Oh, this is cute. So?
You wouldn't do it there. So don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
Like they're the fashion police.
(67-66). Spring Hill with the lead. 1:24 left in overtime. We've lost a scoreboard inside the gym. It happens to be the one that feeds us our score bug information. So you don't see the clock, you don't see the score, but it's 67-66 Spring Hill with 1:24 left in overtime. Ryan Weber at the free throw line made the front end of the 1-and-1. He's got 30 points tonight for the Broncos. A career high for the senior Weber, and he adds 1 more to that. 13 out of 14 at the free throw line in this game for Weber. And with 1:20 to go, the Broncos lead by 2. 1 timeout remaining for Spring Hill, 2 remain for Aquinas. Both teams in the double bonus from here on out. Murphin on the wing. The 3 for the lead won't go, and it's Jones on the rebound for Spring Hill. Cooper all the way in, lays it in for Spring Hill with under a minute to go. Jones has given Spring Hill their largest lead of the ball game with under a minute left in overtime, up 70-66, and the bucket will count for Tank Young. And another 3-point opportunity for Young as Evan Letillier has fouled out with 49 seconds left in overtime. He's called for the block, and Young a chance to make this a 1-point game. Letillier out, Metcalf in. 70-68 with 49 seconds to go. 15 points in this one from Young. 5 of 6 at the free throw line. And he converts the three-point play to make this a 1-point game, 70-69. 45 seconds and counting left in overtime. Broncos lead by 1, and they foul John Mitchell. Alejos gives the foul. That'll put John at the free throw line for 2 shots. Mitchell has only attempted 13 free throws this year, but he's knocked down 10 of those 13. It is a 2-shot foul. Mitchell gets his first point of the night for the senior right there. Cody Powell back in for Metcalf. 42 seconds left. It's a 2-point game. Mitchell, 1 of 2, so it stays a 2-point ball game. 71-69 Spring Hill. 38 seconds left in overtime. Timeout taken by Aquinas. So that leaves both teams with 1 remaining and 35 seconds left in overtime. You're watching Bronco basketball, presented by Strode Orthodontics on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Number 1.
So, what is love? Love is being independent.
Love is dancing.
At Shriners Hospital for Children, love is a new smile.
At Shriners Hospitals for Children, love is caring for a child regardless of the family's ability to pay. Learn how you can send your love to the rescue at lovetotherescue.org.
35 seconds left in overtime. We're down a scoreboard inside the gym, but we are certainly not down excitement. This one has been every bit of exciting you could hope for in this sub-state semifinal. 12 ties, 9 lead changes, and with 35 seconds left in overtime, Spring Hill leads St. Thomas Aquinas 71-69. The Saints with the ball. They were down 2 at the end of regulation. They got the 2 from Murphy, and now they turn it over. A costly turnover by St. Thomas Aquinas. And then Alejos fouls Cooper Jones with 23.9 to go. On what has been a quiet night offensively for Jones, you look down at the stat line and he's got 17 points now. He had 6 going into the fourth quarter of this game. Hit back-to-back threes for the Broncos to give them their first lead since early third quarter when he made a 3 to go up 61-59 with under a minute left in the fourth quarter. He goes 1 of 2 here at the line, but that one makes it a 3-point game, 72-69. 17 seconds left and a timeout, St. Thomas Aquinas. It's their final timeout with just 16 seconds left to go. So Spring Hill with a 72-69 lead. 16 seconds left in overtime. At the end of regulation, the Saints were down 2. They got a 3 attempted from Garrett Alejos, who has not made a shot in this game, but that's where they went for their potential winning 3 at the end of regulation. He missed it, but John Murphin was able to grab an offensive rebound and stick it back in for the Saints. Murphin's got 19 to lead the way tonight for the Saints, including 4 3-pointers. Will Roast has 17. He's knocked down a pair of threes as well. So you'd think that one of those 2 guys would be the goal for Aquinas to get the ball to. Tank Young has had a nice second half. He's had 14 points in this second half, but has not made a 3 in this game. With 16 seconds, you don't necessarily have to go for the 3, but they are out of timeouts now. We'll see if they try to play the long game and get a quick 2 and go with a foul, or whether they put a 3 up. They've made 6 threes tonight. As I mentioned, 4 from Murphin and 2 from Roast. Murphin is inbounding. Roast is furthest away from the inbound on the backside elbow. Into Young. 15 seconds left. Saints down 3. Back up top to Roast. He's got 10 seconds. Drives on Weber. Inside. Banks it in with 7 seconds. Spring Hill, they don't need to inbound it until about a second left. They finally do to Beck, and he is fouled with 0.8 seconds to go. So that right there is the downfall without that timeout, as the Saints could not stop the clock after the made shot. And Spring Hill wisely took their time before inbounding that basketball and let the clock tick away. So now Jamin Beck is at the line for 2 shots with 0.8 seconds left. First one is good, 73-71 Spring Hill with 0.8 of a second to go. Beck missed it, but he didn't touch the rim. So the clock went down to 0.2. It'll reset to 0.8. That was not what they wanted. You go ahead and just make it, or at the very least, you got to touch the rim. But if you just go ahead and make it, worst case scenario is you end up in double overtime on a Hail Mary heave by the Saints. Now you get beat on that said Hail Mary. So let's see, 0.8 to go. Aquinas into Young. He's got to get it up in a hurry. It'll count if it goes, and it is short. So the Spring Hill Broncos advance to the sub-state championship game as they win it in overtime, 73-71 over St. Thomas Aquinas. The Broncos were down 8 with a minute and a half to go in regulation. They rally back to take the lead. It went to overtime, and Spring Hill 73-71. They win it in overtime. We'll be back to wrap it all up for you and get you set for a sub-state championship game on the Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center post-game show right after this on Spring Hill Sports Live.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center. As Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, they work on all makes and models, even RV, marine, aviation, motorcycles, and more. Shoemaker Collision offers free estimates and loaners, plus they will work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095.
Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs with 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill. Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400, or visit StrodeOrtho.com.
When it comes to helping people with their finances, a cookie-cutter approach doesn't work. That's why you need Kim Thompson at Prudential Financial in Spring Hill. Kim knows that everyone's different. She'll listen to you and discuss your hopes and dreams, allowing you to focus on what's important. At Kim Thompson Financial, they focus on protecting your family, saving for retirement, living in retirement, financial strategy, saving for education, and your small business. To learn more, visit Kim Thompson Prudential Financial at the corner of Victory and Webster in Spring Hill, or call 913-592-5573.
Well, there is something about the Broncos and postseason and overtime. 24 hours after the Spring Hill girls won a 51-45 overtime thriller in Pittsburgh to advance to their sub-state championship, the Broncos do the same, 73-71 in overtime over the St. Thomas Aquinas Saints to also punch their ticket to the sub-state championship game. What a night here in Spring Hill. A dozen ties, 9 lead changes, and after an extra 4 minutes of basketball, it didn't take the normal 32. We played 36 tonight, and the Broncos win it in overtime. 73-71 is the final. Welcome into the Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center post-game show. It's brought to you by Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, where they work with all insurance companies to get you back on the road in no time. To learn more, visit them online at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095. Whew, that was a ball game, folks. 73-71 in overtime. We talked it in the open, the keys to the game. We said the Broncos need to hold their own in the rebounding tonight. Well, they win the rebounding battle tonight, a +2. That makes them 5-2 this year when they win the battle on the boards. They were undersized in this game, but they won that battle on the glass. It was helped by the fact that Aiden Worth picked up a 4th foul on a technical foul with a little under 7 minutes to play in the third quarter. He never came back into the ball game, so that certainly helped the cause there for the Broncos. But then they still needed some late game heroics. Spring Hill was down by 8 with a minute and a half to play in this ball game. It was 59-51 St. Thomas Aquinas. But then Spring Hill got a couple of free throws, and that pair of free throws by Ryan Weber made it 59-53, and you're thinking, okay, a minute and a half to go, 2-possession game. They got a chance here. They get the ball inbounded to the St. Thomas Aquinas Saints. They went down, had a chance at a layup. Spring Hill tried to get the turnover forced to the backcourt, but the Saints broke the press, got down, missed a layup, though. Spring Hill got the rebound, came down, and Cooper Jones, who had a quiet night up until that point, he had 9 points, sitting on 9 points with a minute to go in this game, but he hit his second 3 of the night to give him a dozen and made it 59-55. Then made it 59-58 after that one, and then the Broncos forced a turnover on the inbound play, got it right back into the hands of Jones, and he drilled a 3 to put Spring Hill on top 61-59 with under a half minute to play in the contest. St. Thomas Aquinas would come down. They got a look to win from 3 from Alejos. He missed that 3. It was put back in by Murphin. That forced overtime. And overtime, much like the regulation of this game, back and forth it went. Spring Hill took the lead for good in overtime at 67-66 with a minute and 24 seconds left in overtime on a couple of free throws by Cooper Jones, and the Broncos would go on to win this one 73-71 in overtime. What a ball game, what a finish to this one. And now the Broncos head on to the sub-state championship game where they will face either Pittsburgh or Blue Valley Southwest. I will try to look here at the when I take a timeout here before we come back, give you the final numbers from this one. I'll see if I can run down a score on that Pittsburgh Blue Valley Southwest game, and we'll know the opponent on Saturday. But the Broncos with an exciting win here in overtime here in the semifinal of this sub-state as they defeat St. Thomas Aquinas 73-71. More to come here on the Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center post-game show. We'll get you all the final numbers right after this.
Elliott Group is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and USD 230. At Elliott Group, we work, live, and shop in your local communities. Serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years, Elliott Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Spring Hill, call 913-592-5552 or visit elliottInsuranceGroup.com.
the industry's most advanced equipment and training, state-of-the-art diagnostic tools, and the small-town friendly service you expect. That's J&T Auto Service in Spring Hill. Eliminate the veil of uncertainty with J&T Auto's digital diagnostic process. This unique service ensures transparency, clear communication, and documentation, allowing for a quick and complete repair. To learn more or to schedule an appointment, call 913-592-6424. You can also visit jtautoinc.com. Weitzel Optometry Vision Source has been the leader in optometry services and vision care in Spring Hill for more than 20 years. Weitzel Optometry offers comprehensive eye care, as well as the latest, most popular lenses and frames for Spring Hill and the surrounding communities. Experience modern eye care with advanced diagnostic technology and vision correction products. And with the experience of Doctors Weitzel and Bloodgood, you're sure to see the results you're looking for. To schedule your appointment, call Weitzel Optometry Vision Source at 913-592-2020.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is the area's premier small engine repair shop. Before you place that faulty trimmer or mower, bring it to Hers and let their experts get you back to work. Hers also takes care of hydraulic hoses, cylinder reseal, and mechanical control cables, such as push-pull, brake, throttle, and more. Plus, they carry quality equipment like Bobcat mowers, Steiner tractors, grass trimmers, and more. Hers is even a UPS drop-off station. To learn more,
Come and visit us at hersinc.net. Call Hers at
913-247-3530.
All right, welcome back again to the Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center post-game show. 73-71 in overtime tonight. The Broncos defeat St. Thomas Aquinas, so the Broncos will advance on to the Sub-State Championship game where they will face Pittsburgh, as Pittsburgh tonight had to come back from a double-digit deficit in the third quarter to beat Blue Valley Southwest 69-66. Pittsburgh a winner over Blue Valley Southwest, so it'll be Spring Hill at Pittsburgh for the Sub-State Championship on Saturday. It is scheduled according to the bracket right now at 3 o'clock. I'll let you know if that perhaps changes, but right now 3 o'clock is the scheduled time on Saturday in Pittsburgh for the boys' Sub-State Championship game, which we'll hope to have right here for you on Spring Hill Sports Live. All right, some final numbers tonight. Spring Hill a +2 on the glass in this one. The Broncos dish out 10 assists to just 8 turnovers tonight. Aquinas with 7 assists to 9 turnovers. Spring Hill 18 of 26 at the free throw line. St. Thomas Aquinas 16 out of 20. The Broncos knocked down 5 threes. The Saints hit 6 from downtown. The Saints had 3 guys in double figures, both Will Roast and John Murfin with 19 each. Tank Young had 16 for the Saints. 6 points from Cale Statz, 1 point from Wyatt Lewis, 4 from Ryan Yankovic, 2 from Garrett Alejos, and 4 from Aiden Worth. Roast had the team high with 5 rebounds, and Young with a team high 2 assists in this game. Alejos also, I guess, with 2 assists. For Spring Hill, they also have 3 guys in double figures tonight, led by a career-high 31 points from Ryan Weber. He was huge tonight. He scored the game's first 12 points for Spring Hill, and he continued to fill it up as he ended up then in the fourth quarter and overtime. He had 15 of his 31 in the fourth quarter and overtime to lead all scorers tonight with a career-high 31 points. He had 5 rebounds and 4 assists to go along with it. Cooper Jones, despite having only 6 points in the first 3 quarters of this game, he ends up with 18 tonight as he scored a dozen in the fourth quarter and overtime. And Jamin Beck for the second straight game in double figures as the sophomore scored 11 points tonight and dished out 3 assists as well for the Broncos. John Mitchell added 1, Cameron Crotchett with 2, Luke Metcalf with 6, Evan Letillier with 2, and Cody Powell with 2 tonight for the Broncos, who win this one in overtime 73-71. It's a season high 73 points for the Broncos, and they needed pretty much every one of them as they win this one by 2 in overtime, improving to 9-9 of the year. The St. Thomas Aquinas Saints have their season ended at 7-14. So once again, it is scheduled for 3 o'clock Saturday afternoon. 13-6 Pittsburgh, 9-9 Spring Hill for the Sub-State Championship, as the Broncos will look to get back to the state tournament for the first time since 2018. And before the boys have their chance to do that on Saturday, the girls will have their chance on Friday. And that is a 7 o'clock tip on Friday evening at St. Thomas Aquinas. Spring Hill and St. Thomas Aquinas on the girls' side, they will square off for the Sub-State Championship at 7 o'clock in St. Thomas Aquinas. So we are at St. Thomas Aquinas. So we'll have that game for you, 7 o'clock tip here on Spring Hill Sports Live. And then if all things go according to plan, we should have Saturday afternoon's Sub-State Boys Championship as well for you here on Spring Hill Sports Live. Big one tonight, 73-71 in overtime, as the Spring Hill boys knock out the St. Thomas Aquinas Saints and move on to the Sub-State Championship. For Caden Carbajo, I'm Bryce Kessler. That's going to wrap it up for us tonight. You've been watching the Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center post-game show. Glad you could join us tonight. We'll talk to you Friday night for the girls' Sub-State Championship, then again Saturday for the boys' Sub-State Championship right here on Spring Hill Sports Live. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday evening. Thanks for joining us tonight.
You've been watching Spring Hill High School Sports on your home for the Broncos, Spring Hill Sports Live. Spring Hill Sports Live is presented by Strode Orthodontics, creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Learn more at StrodeOrtho.com. Also by Cedar Lake Village, Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning, Elliott Group, Hers Incorporated, J&T Auto Service, Libby Clark at Allstate Insurance, Perfect Detail Salon, Price Chopper, Farm Bureau Financial Services Michael Grant Agency, Scott Electric, Prime Accounting Solutions, Spring Hill Chamber of Commerce, Seats Incorporated, Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center, Spring Hill Recreation Commission, Tony Sidoti Agency, Farmers Insurance, Spring Hill Fitness, and Whitesell Optometry Vision Source. Thanks for watching, and be sure to catch every second